So now that we have a different program that we'll be using because of the new document cameras, we're just going to take a look at some of the new or unique features that come up with the software. Now, if you look down here at the toolbar, we have a few different options that we can play around with. The first one I'm going to start with is the view option. And the view option is how I got this picture-in-picture. I'm on the bottom left corner of the screen, and that is because I did picture-in-picture, and I'm using the camera on my computer to capture, my webcam, and then I can go ahead and continue through the document while the students see me on the screen here. So the other thing we have on view is this reveal button. So if we click reveal, it covers up the screen and we can drag down as far as we want, to focus students' attention on any specific thing. So again, that was by clicking the view button. I can click reveal and that will go away. Next, we're going to go in and look at the cropping tool. So I'm just using the remote here to kind of hover around and zoom in on this document as we go through it. I find that to be a little more user-friendly than me trying to shuffle the paper around. So I'm going to click on cropping, and then we see this pop up. And there's a few different options here. We're not going to go over everything right now, but to get started, we can just go ahead and crop something, maybe that we want to save, that we want to pull out from a document and reference later for our students. And we can go ahead and hit capture. Now that will show up in my library over there. So I can go ahead and hit close. And let's say I do want to pull that back up. Well, I can hit this side by side button on the bottom toolbar. So again, I click side by side and I can open up this document here that I cropped, this image. But I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, and finally, we have the ability to use the whiteboard. So if I click on whiteboard, I'm going to go ahead and move my camera over a bit here. So you can see here on the top right corner, I still have my document camera and the image in there. And then you have different options as far as how you want to use this as a whiteboard. You can, use your stylus and write on the screen. You could even use this and mix it up with your desktop. If I click on desktop, it'll bring me right to if I have a Chrome browser up, it'll bring me there. However, I don't, so it just brought me right back to my desktop. I can go ahead and go back here. And then when we're all done, you have the ability to save the whiteboard file. I'm going to pop back in here now. And then finally, we have this orange circle up on the top right corner. So with this orange circle, if we click on it, it gives us a few different annotative tools. We can go ahead and click this, and we can highlight. There's also the ability here, we can go ahead and you'll see, oops, well, if I was doing it correctly, we have the ability here, we can box some things out, create different shapes. We have an arrow. So those are all different things you can play around with. When we're all done, we can click the erase button, trash can, and you're all set. And when I'm done recording, again, I can just click this record button and I would hit stop. This will be saved on a file on your local computer. And the nice thing with this is that you don't have to be recording through Zoom or Meet or any of that, those options. You could really do this as a separate thing and post this as an additional resource.